What is going on, everybody? We are back here live here on the OT show with your boy OT. And man, we got a good show for y'all today. Today, we are bringing songwriter, singer, all the way from Canada. Miss April will be joining us here on the show to talk about her new single, Waste on Your Love. And we're going to see how she got started, what made her come up with the concept of this song, and we're going to get into a whole lot of other stuff with her. But hey, we here, y'all. Thank you for joining your boy here on the show on this beautiful, beautiful day. Because it is beautiful out there. And I want to tell y'all it is beautiful out there. But hey, man, a lot of things been going on. Like I tell you, it's still Black History Month, y'all. Do what you need to do for you. Okay? Learn something. As my man RW say, learn something. And I need y'all to learn something here on the show for today. Y'all got to learn something. Y'all got to learn something on Black History Month. You got to learn something. So get your kids, because I know it is with President's Day today. So, happy President's Day, I guess. Something always got to fall on our month. Something always got to fall on our month. But hey, we're going to dive right into it. Miss April will be joining us here on the show, like I said, to talk about her new hit single that just came out February the 11th, Waste on Your Love. And that song is very interesting because a lot of us is wasting our love on people because we're too comfortable or we're scared to say, you know what, it's time for me to leave. So I want to know, did that song that she came out with or she wrote it, was it something like that? Was it a relationship problem? Was it something that you have been doing? Because love come in every shape, size. Is a person, place, or a thing. I want to say love is a person, place, or a thing. So let's see what kind of love was it that she wasted on. But the song is hot, y'all. The song is hot. And she got other songs out there too. But we're going to focus on her song right here that just came out February the 11th. And man, I can't wait to have her on because she's going to be doing a whole lot of talking to your boy OT. Because you know your boy OT loves Katie. I love Katie. Shout out to Canada out there. They doing a whole lot of stuff out there, especially when it comes down to the COVID thing. There's a lot of mandates that's going on, so hopefully that the government is going to, stop some of the mandates because the city is getting, especially in Toronto, they are getting a little rowdy up there. There's a lot of protesting, a lot of truckers are protesting. So there's a lot of things going on out there that we don't know about, but we should be enlightened about what's going on, especially around the world. A lot of wars are being broken out, and America got to put their 2 cents in everything. But that's just me. They got to put their 2 cents in everything. But hey, they fighting for our freedom, as they say, for us to be living here and doing what we got to do. But however, you know, I tell you, if you have any loved ones in the military, pray for them. Um, make sure that they are okay mentally and physically, because I know there's a lot of things that is going on. So I would tell y'all to pray for them, or just give them a shout out. Let them know that you love them and thank them too. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we got to think because these are young kids and young women that are going to be doing things to keep us free in America to do what they got to do over there, Russia and all the other places. So just keep them in your prayers. Keep their families in your prayers. If any of them got deployed, keep them all in your prayers, y'all. Because we're talking these people, kids, people, husbands, people, wives, people, children. I would just tell you, just keep them in their prayer. But nevertheless, Black History Month, learn something, teach something, because there's always Black history all the way around you. Everywhere you go, there's Black history. Shout out, like I said on my Instagram, shout out to all the women, Black women, and Black men that are truckers. Shout out to them. We're going to shout them out. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? You are celebrated. You know, that's a Black history moment right there. Because sometimes they don't get shout out. And another Black history moment right now. Shout out to all the warehouse workers. Shout out to y'all. Because in reality, if y'all ain't moving this product, ain't nothing going to be getting moved or getting put on trucks or anything. So shout out to y'all too. Black history moment right there, y'all. We shouting everybody out. But our producer has said Miss April has entered the building. She is in the building. So we are going to bring her in right now. Singer, songwriter, Miss April is here. Joining your boy OT. And she is here. Let's see. Is she in the building with us? I see her hands is up. Our producer said she should be in. And there she goes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I am good. I am good. First of all, thank you. Thank you for joining me here on the show. I appreciate you so much for joining me. And how's your day been going?
It's I'm in Canada, so
Yeah.
it's been a day between just kind of getting some of the marketing out on the song and checking out some playlists that added it, and then also following some Canadian politics, music and politics.
I love it. I love it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, can you tell our listeners and people who are watching where you from? Which you always say Canada, but how did you get started in the music biz, and what made you start writing, songs and stuff?
Oh, goodness. So I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. It's on the East Coast, and it's right beside Nova Scotia. We actually have the highest tides in the world, called the Bay of Fundy. It's a pretty magical place. You'll have to come visit sometime.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. I would love to.
yeah, it's beautiful, honestly. I would recommend summer. We've got some pretty beautiful coastlines. Oh, no, you still there? Okay, I think the size of the
Yeah,
screen changed, but I still yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And,
Yep,
yeah, so
yep. I'm still here.
it's okay, perfect. So it's really beautiful. And I started playing piano when I was 5 years old. I didn't really like practicing that much. So it was kind of like weaving in and out of my life. When I was 16, I ended up in Ukraine for piano master classes. Decided I didn't want to be a concert pianist. And singing was my biggest fear in life. In high school, I auditioned just to like shake the fear. Ended up getting casted in this musical theater performance, and I really didn't want to, but thankfully for that, I kind of like, went through music, back to science, music science, and then it wasn't until I got into the film industry,
Mhm.
and I started working with a couple feature films, and then I realized that my passion was really in writing music, and I ended up writing a soundtrack for a short film from a director that's from New Brunswick, but she's in LA. Her name's Cayman Grant. She's Emmy award winning. She's incredible. And that's really, when I decided to follow music full time. But it was something that like the reason for me doing it was really a self therapy and a part of my soul that I felt that I had lost during my business science, during that whole DNA helix travel.
Wow. Wow. So hold on, wait a minute. You say you are wait a second. So you started out playing the piano. Wow.
Yeah. And piano, like my grandmother's on both sides of my family played. My mother plays piano. So piano is like it's three generations of women now in my family that have played, and it's magical. I'm glad I stuck with it because it allows me to get so much of my it's therapy for me. It's how I express myself, and I can sit down and the piano feels like an extended part of my body.
Beautiful, beautiful. Listen, I commend you on staying with it because I know a couple of people who do play piano, but they was like, I played it for a minute, but then I stopped, and for you to stick with it in 3 generations, I could just sit down and have a sip of wine and probably listen to y'all play piano all day long.
I honestly, I just read somewhere that people find the sound of a piano some of the most relaxing and like enjoyable musical instrument sounds ever. And back in the day, like we go back to like say 1600 era, people
Hmm.
would lay underneath grand pianos for music therapy, and they would,
Which, yep.
feel the vibration to sort of help them. That was sort of our first music psychology, music therapy practices.
Wow. Wow. Let's get to being a songwriter and a singer. Now, you are multi talented, so let's talk about that a little bit. What influence of being a singer or a songwriter?
Oh goodness. I mean, I grew up on, Madonna, George Michael, and Queen. They
Uh
were
huh.
sort of really big influences for me. And then Alanis Morissette up in Canada, and then, Sarah McLachlan, and I love pop music. I love a good melody. But ever since I
Hmm.
was little, I had a journal that I would write in, like poetry. I'd write my, like a
Hmm.
diary. I would just channel. I did a lot of like short stories and writing. Um, it was really weird in high school. My best subjects were like writing for English literature and then like physics, which doesn't make sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like,
Physics?
split split down that right brain, left brain, but yeah, like the writing, it's something that when I was a teenager, I think just to get through high school, I would sit at my piano and I wrote a little bit then, but I was always really
Hmm.
scared. It felt like showing my diary to people. So I didn't show like a lot of my musical compositions or songwriting to anybody until like my early 20s, really.
Okay. 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 Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, did you have your journal on the left side or the right side of your bed? Because people tell me when you put it on the left side of the bed, that means that you are going to be a stroke of genius. If you put it on the right side of your bed, that means that you are going to be a musical genius. So, what side of the bed did you have it on?
Oh man, that's hard. I mean, see, because I lean on my left, so I
Uh huh.
usually tend to have it on my left, but then my
Uh huh.
dresser and like my tables are usually on my right. So I usually like sit straight up and right, and then maybe lean to my
Uh
left and put it away on the
huh. So
You're
you was
funny.
both. So you was both. So you was both. See, see, see. Look at that.
That's so funny. Yeah, actually it's kind of a funny thing, right? When you like I have a background in sports and I always had injuries, so my massage therapist is like, "Will you stop leaning on your left side?" So I don't know about you, but like when we're sitting, like some of us have a tendency to like sit a certain way and then you realize that you do that repeatedly.
Yo, you know what? That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true because it. I don't know what it is. What it is because I know I always like when I'm sitting, I'm always can see myself posturing to the right side.
Yep.
Always. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but thank you for bringing that up because I never tried to figure that one out. Thank you for bringing that one up. I need to go ahead and talk to my doctor and try to figure this one out. Like why can you tell me why? You know.
Well, and it's funny, like it could come from your habits as a child, maybe how you first sat, how your parents would see, like how they would sit. Um, Also like if you have any injuries and or even just your environment, like maybe when you first, sitting in school or, I know for me personally, it's like a combination of being right-handed, but then also
Uh-huh.
just just a habit that would have started really early on. But it's good to be aware because, they say to keep
Yeah.
your brain sharp, you should try to like drive a different way home every now and then and routine tasks, you should, try to like mix it up a little bit so you're not always doing the same
Hmm.
thing and then it kind of keeps your brain functioning longer in life.
Hey, listen, I like that. So I need to get lost more when I'm on the road. Just try to get lost a little bit. You know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to get lost a little bit.
But no opening up Google Maps.
Right. Identify it by landmarks. I still do that to the day. I identify things with landmarks all the time. Like I drive and I'm like, oh, you know what? I remember that. I know I'm supposed to make a right turn right here because that's the landmark. So I would tell anybody, if you really want to know how to get to certain place, just remember landmarks. Once you remember the landmark, you real good.
Yeah. And you know what? It is like I'm guilty of it too, but it is better than being like than watching a screen. Like if you can remember, how to get places without needing it. Like, and remember how good we were when we used to have to like pull over the corded phone and enter a number in. I mean, now it's like we
Yeah.
can tell you anybody's number. If I got stranded
That's
somewhere, I'd be like, 911 and mom.
Yup. But now look at technology now. Technology have spoiled us. And let's be honest, technology has spoiled us to the T. We are spoiled. It's a lot of things that we don't normally do. And I still have a map. I still have a map. Because just in case, I still know
So
how to read a map and I still have one.
that's important. So funny story. So New Brunswick is right above Maine, and a few years ago I drove to California from New Brunswick and like went all the way down through like to New York and then down to Savannah, Georgia. I did my first album in Savannah and then I cut across and
Hmm.
stopped in New Orleans and Texas, so then the Grand Canyon, and finally, made it to LA and San Fran. But there's this like this dead area by the Bangor
Hmm.
airport and coming from New Brunswick where there's like 2 hours of no reception. So I was like, my
Wow.
my dad actually gave me this New England state map and was like, "Just use this in case," and like literally it saved my life looking at all the I-95s, like to know, because for like 2 hours I couldn't access anything, and I'm like, I had to pull over and like, "Okay, so the map's not such a bad idea."
I
No.
see kids that are watching and people that are watching and parents that are watching, get your kid a map just in case. Just in case.
True.
Because there are a lot of dead areas out there that don't have reception. And you will be driving for 40, especially in Vegas. There's a lot of dead areas out there that you don't get
Really?
reception going through the days. So get yourself a map. Get yourself a map.
Water and a
Yeah.
map, and then you're all set. If the phone goes down, you're good. And then maybe a transistor radio. Now I'm really
Yes.
dating ourselves, aren't I? I could just imagine Elon Musk being like, I don't know if you need maps or transistor radios, girl, but be like, Elon,
Right.
no.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I bet you Eli have one. Don't get it. Don't get it too twisted. Eli got one. He got a map. He got a map. I can tell you that he got a map. You know. So let's dive into your single that came out
Yeah.
February the 11th, right? And describe that single to me. Waste on your love. Like, what was the inspiration behind this?
Oh, it was love, just and a complete infatuation, a complete, drunk on desire, just sort of like this love that was so profound, it just overtook all my senses, mental, spiritual, physical, some of the most beautiful connections I've ever had in my life, really. And I remember I sat down, I had this little like 90s Casio keyboard. That's all I had with me. Because I didn't want to like lug around an 80-pound full 88 key keyboard. And in like 20 minutes, I just literally poured the song, out of me. And it was kind of like, what would happen is that I'd be with this person and I was going to meet them that night. And I
Mm-hmm.
realized that, when I'm around them, I'm so happy and life is perfect. And I'm a really independent person that like even with coffee or sugar or anything that I notice I start to do too often, I'll do like a 30-day cleanse, and just to kind of like show myself that I've got control over any sort of addiction or any sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing that comes into my life that likes to, override my my path. And I realized that I was completely addicted to this person because when I wasn't with them, it was like my life was ending and I felt this big hole. And I was like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. I wonder when they're going to message me. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to see them again. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, what is this feeling that like I'm not used to? So then I wrote,
Wow.
Wasted on Your Love.
So basically this song right here is wasted on your love, right? So you are in love with this person so much that everything that he do or everything that you do is all about that person. Like, hey, he's at work. What you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Now I'm going to tell you something. Now, how long would this love go? Because I know at a certain amount of time, do you like, I love you, but after about 6 months, like, can you stop like calling me all day long? I'm working. So,
Well, I mean, like I'm not always forthtelling with my emotions. I don't think this person knew how much I was actually completely infatuated with them.
yes,
Yeah, even
yeah.
even to
So,
this
so,
day, yeah. I kinda hid it.
wow,
I was, like,
wow.
trying to make it seem like it brush it off and then go like, "Oh my god, my heart," over alone with my diary in my room at night, like, "Oh my god," and then when I see him, I'm like, "How you doing? Oh, yeah, good to see you." You know, not that cold, but, trying to play it off, like, it's all good.
Right. But wouldn't it be good? Now let's talk about a little bit of relationships, right? Because I know a lot of times that we all are guilty of doing it. We don't really tell the person how much that we like them. And like you said, we play the cool role. Men do it too, right? And we play the cool role. Like sometimes I think we just need to just go ahead and just tell it. You know what I mean? Now the person might look at it sometimes like, wow, didn't know. But sometimes you gotta just tell it, you know, because then you sitting back and you doing all this and you going crazy because he don't even know, right? He don't even know that you feel this way, and he might be feeling the same way about you.
And it's true, and it's so true, like, with relationships, and I think, like, this whole album for me has been this journey, of expressing actually, realizing what I want because
Mm-hmm.
my my mind changes a lot, or, like, one day I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I want a loving, committed relationship," and then the next day I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna go take off to some country, and, like, I got my career first, and, like, you can't get too
Mm-hmm.
up close, like, just chill here," you know? Like,
Right,
so
right, right.
what I want flip-flop, so I had to kinda, like, decide what I wanted and then learn how to communicate that, and then
Mm-hmm.
decide if so what I would do is I would, kind of create expectations, but not voice my expectations, and then when this person didn't meet the expectations that I never voiced, I would kinda just, like, cut them off and then not really have that
Wow.
chance for the communication, right? So there's sort of that
Right.
the learning curve of, like you say, it's important to communicate, and
Mm-hmm.
I think we don't do it because 'cause we're vulnerable and we don't wanna, like we don't like, we have fear of rejection as humans, and we're like, "Am I gonna ruin something?"
Mm-hmm.
Love is so delicate where if you talk about it too much, you can ruin it. So there is a little bit of that mystique at play with love, but, one of the things I had to realize through, like, this whole sort of, traveling with this album was that
Mm-hmm.
you know if you have like a basic need level here in relationships, and if this person
Mm-hmm.
isn't even able to like come close to that, and then if you can
Mm-hmm.
express a little bit about what you're looking for, and they're like, I'm sorry, I'm just not there right now, then at least and you can either keep going with them at this lower level of meeting your requirements, and then you
Mm-hmm.
adjust,
Mm-hmm.
or you're, like, in constant turmoil of, like, "Why does this person take me for granted, and they never have time for me?" You know? Y Or you kinda say, like, "Okay, great, like, let's just keep it as friends," and, you kinda go off until you meet somebody that can meet those expectations, but
Well,
it's confusing.
yes. But it's true though. It's true. Like you are absolutely telling the truth. Now your album. Now listen. Now your album is right now. You're booming. You're booming right now because I love your. Cause I love the single. I love the single. What can they expect from the album right now? What kind of emotional roller coaster would they go through? Are they going to have a loving one? Are they going to cry a little bit? Are they going to be happy? Like, tell our listeners and the people watching, and the people that's going to be watching the replay, because right now I have on April sitting here, singer songwriter. Um, just give out people a little bit of what the album when they listen to it.
Oh, the album, it's almost like an Eat, Pray, Love meets The Alchemist, and I don't know if you've heard of either one of those
Mm,
books, but
yes,
The
I
Alchemist,
have.
have
Yes,
you? But in
yes.
musical form, and then there's a little bit of, like, this sassy non-commitment side to the character as well,
Hmm.
right? Which is really me, the character. So, there's this, love and feeling all the beauty of love and the commitment of love and how, all the, like, the hot, sexy passion too, which is, wasted on your love.
Hmm.
There's a little
Hmm.
bit of going through when your expectations aren't met. There's a track sort of about ghosting.
Hmm.
And then there's, a track about sort of, not the album called Bad Things. And it's kind of like,
Hmm.
well, I'm a bit of a tease. Like, and maybe I don't really know what I want right now. Like, I kind of said this, but I'm
Uh-huh.
not really sure. And like, just because I'm flirting with you doesn't mean I'm actually into you. Like, it's kind of going through some of the confusion
Wow.
of what it's like dating. But then
Hmm.
there's a second element that's very spiritual, where the person's going through sort of some of their own darkness and some of their own pain, and looking for forgiveness, understanding how delicate humanity is, that none of us are perfect, and we all have something that we're looking to heal. But then at the end of
Hmm.
this journey, realizing that the only way to realize that we have everything inside of us already is to
Hmm.
go out and explore and experience and meet people and go through the pain, and then you actually kind of realize that you have everything within and you had it there all along, but you had to go on the road. Wherever you go, there you are, and then you come back to your center, to home. So
Oh wow. You know what? I like that. I like it. I like it. Like it because it's to me it sounds like a love story slash little bit of tragedy slash a little bit of trying to find yourself, and then once you find it, love find you.
yeah, yeah, exactly,
Ah,
exactly.
ah, yay, yeah, I hit it on the dot. Yay, yeah, I hit it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I might take that tagline. I'm gonna use that. Hey, I should do a media quote and tag you. Yeah, I can share the interview and quoted by OG.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
An
and
album review
actually tell
for
you the truth.
2023.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, look, I am happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you got back on, like, are you going to be doing any tours? Any tours coming up? Because I know right now in Canada they got a lot of mandates going on, so y'all can't really get out like that. So hopefully you'll be, doing some touring this year. Are you planning on doing them? Are you planning on doing any live shows? Like, what are you planning on doing?
So, well, speaking of, I do have a special announcement. I can't make it until April, but I will be in Southern Ontario for a performance in August.
Okay.
I can't say
Okay.
where or when yet, but I will probably release
Hmm.
that as soon as I can in April. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm thinking that we'll likely set up a bit of a tour from the east coast of Canada going through to Ontario. I might head west,
Okay.
and I do have a couple showcases with the East Coast Music Awards in May. So that we'll do that in May. And then maybe over the summer, I might head out to Calgary and then come back
Hmm.
to Toronto area for the month of August and do some shows there. I
Okay.
know the Ontario thing's going to happen for sure in August. So there'll be
Okay.
either an east to Ontario tour or east to west coast back to Ontario. I would like to go to the States in September,
Hmm.
so I just have
Hmm.
to wait to see if that all makes sense. See just public health and see where we're at, because
Right.
I want to have people at the shows.
Right. 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 Right.
Yeah.
So I would tell you this. I would tell you this. I would make it to Canada. They when they start doing things, they start opening back up. I will make sure I check out one of your concerts. I will make sure
Oh,
I
that would
check
be
it.
awesome.
Yes, yes, I will make a trip because it's only like 7 to 8 hours for me. So I would definitely make that trip because we did it before. We went to Toronto for a game for a basketball game before they started closing everything out. So I will make my business to come up there to check you out on live set and seeing
Yeah.
you. So I'll be your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan. I'll be rooting you on. People like, who is that guy in the back that keep on saying, "Come on, April, let's go. You, that's right, April. Louder, we can hear you." Play that piano, play that piano. That'll be me. That'll be me. So they might be like, April, you need to check that guy in the back. He's yelling like he's like you're the child and he's the father and he's seeing the child. Like, listen, no, he's my number one fan. That's my number
Yeah.
one fan right there.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Where are you
Yes.
based right now?
Right now, I am in Philadelphia. I am in
Philly.
Philadelphia right now. Yes, yes.
Okay.
So best believe it, I will be shooting up there. Because we really based out of ATL. We still got our studio out there, but
Okay.
right now we are in Philly, which I am like enjoying the as I call it, the bipolar weather. Because 1 minute is cold, the next minute is hot. And it's the bipolar weather. So, not to take nothing away from people bipolar, but I just call it that. So, I don't want people to misconstrue it. But yeah, we don't know what it's going to be. It's different. It got its own little brain. So, but hey, we here. We here. We
Well,
here.
hey, Canada's been interesting lately too. It was like minus, well, Celsius, so it was like minus 30 one night, and then it jumped up
Mhm.
to like +9. So there was like a 30, 40-degree differential,
See?
like in a 24 to 48-hour span. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening up here. We got a bipolar climate in many ways, but I feel you. I feel you on the, hey, I have family members that are, or not like direct family. I have like, you know,
Yeah.
in my family chain, I have people that have struggled with that, so I don't take offense, and hopefully no one else
Yeah.
does either. I totally
Yeah,
get what you
yeah,
mean.
please don't. Yeah, yeah, please don't. I
But,
don't want no one to take offense about
no,
that. So,
no, but
yeah,
on a serious note, man, like, mental health has been, you know, and
yes,
and and thanks for what you do, and, like, we really have to get, conscious content out there and get, just get people dancing again, get people to
yes,
smile and laugh and get back into community, like, it's, and music, it's so important, and so at
yes,
some
it is.
point, I will be down, I will get to New York to do some shows, so, if you
Oh,
can't make it up in August, I will eventually be in New York.
yeah, 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 definitely, definitely, definitely. Because it's we need y'all. Let me just go ahead and be honest. We need y'all musicians. We need the musicians. We need the comedians. We need y'all because during this pandemic, a lot of stuff been happening mentally with a lot of people, right? People who all used to always be out, now they close in. That's that's
Yeah.
that's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. And parents that normally won't be home and working, now they not home, and now their kids is home, and it's so we need y'all to give us a lift, and I would tell anybody, like, especially the artists, like, listen, at the end of the day, don't be selfish with your music. Please don't. Put it out there because someone needed. Someone is listening, someone feels some kind of way, and that song could just make their life better just for that split second. A smile could come on their face. So
It's true. It is so true. There's been, like, a couple times over the last, I'd say, 8 years where, um, like, I was fortunate the last 2 years for me have not I've found struggles within, but more so
mhm,
struggles at how I see things outside of me happening.
mhm,
Um, my mental health issues were, like, leading, like, before the pandemic hit. So I felt like
right.
I went through my dark night of the storm,
Okay.
and that I sort of braved the storm and have these tools and have really learned how to, balance mental health in a much better way. but there were definitely times, being an independent musician, it's very hard. I see a lot of my musician friends online, maybe that aren't doing so well, or they just look really worn out. It's been a tough couple of
Mhm.
years for people. Um, and like there were times
Mhm.
when I was like, nah, I don't know, maybe music, maybe I just want to go do something else. And then it would literally be right after that show that like somebody would come up to me in the audience and be like, look, I needed to hear your music so much. I've been going through such a dark time, and like they literally come up and literally and then tell you that, this
Mhm.
song really helped me. Like your music is, giving me hope. And so,
Mhm.
it's just those little moments like that that make you realize why you do it. And then you gotta
Yeah.
just keep following your dreams. And I think that goes for anybody, no matter what, discipline they're in.
Yes.
Always have had a belief since I was a young child that if people follow what brings them joy and what they're passionate about, it's not always easy
Mhm.
to monetize, but you can, figure out a strategy and you can figure out a way to make that happen. I do believe that even if it's like, cleaning floors, like whatever your
Right.
passion might be, it could be anything. If you enjoy that, do it. And you just like the endorphins and the energy in your aura, like you glow because you're enjoying what you do, and other
Yeah.
people see that, and it's like a ricochet ripple effect.
You are telling the truth because I know I was reading a book, and the person said that if you don't do what you're destined to do as far as your passion, then everything else is not going to work out the way it should be. He was like, relationship wise, kids wise, if you're married, husband or wife, you know what I mean? And when you do your passion, people see a difference and you'll see a difference in yourself. And I truly do believe that. I believe that 100%. And you're absolutely right. Like you got to do something that makes you happy, that you love to do. So if that's like you said, if it's cleaning floors, guess what?
Yeah.
Go out there and start your own business and clean floors. And I guarantee you, if if the person that partner that you with going to see a different you because now you're coming home not so tired because you love what you do. There's a big difference. When you love what you do, it don't become a job.
It's so true. And I think, it's funny because I've listened to a lot of my friends that were in long-term relationships, and they've recently, ended those relationships. And one of the most common reasons is that their partner didn't have anything they were passionate about. And I can't speak
Mhm.
enough on how attractive passion makes you as a person, but B,
Mhm.
like how soul fulfilling it is. And you're right, like you're going to kind of for me, when I was doing the marketing, I was actually also doing sponsorships for this basketball team, and I love basketball
Mhm.
too, so I feel you on that. But there was
Ah.
always, yeah, I love basketball, but there was always something missing, right? Like I was happy and I
Mhm.
was doing well,
Mhm.
but there was just something, and like maybe I didn't personally. I mean, I know that my mission was to definitely pursue music, but for other people, like maybe following their passion doesn't mean they have to do that as their job 24/7. Like maybe they could just be writing songs and singing in the shower and that would fulfill their creativity, or maybe they
Mhm.
want to make Christmas decorations and give them to their friends. It doesn't necessarily mean that they need to be painting or creating all the time and relying on that solely for income, right? It's just like
Right.
to be able to do your passion, and then eventually you'll figure out if you're gonna live off of it or not, but, just
Yeah.
to get the
Yeah, that's
ball
true.
rolling and to do it, like, be passionate, people, we need passion.
Yes, 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 yes. But listen, let me give you your roses now because a lot of time we don't give our artists and people their roses. So I would give you your roses now. Thank you so much for being passionate. Thank you so much for doing the things that you are doing, especially uplifting people during these times that we are living in. So thank you, and thank you for just you being you and your energy. So
Oh,
I'm going to say that I appreciate you.
thanks, OT. Thank you. I really appreciate that as
Uh,
well.
yes, yes, yes. You are loved. Believe me, you are loved. Regardless if you don't see it, but you are loved. So thank you so much. So do me a
Thanks for
favor, tell
me.
everybody. Oh, listen, you have to come back. Listen, you have to come back. You are now part of the family. So you have an extended family that you have to come back to. So that is us. So at the end of the day, we're here. So anything that you need from us, we're here. You can hit me up. I mean, you follow me now and I'm following you. You can hit me up like, OT, I got a new song coming out. Boom, no problem. Let's try to fit you in. You know what I mean? So that's how we are. So at the end of the day, you are loved. You are now family. So listen, when can you come back on? Let's see. When can you come back on?
Well, I think April 1st could so the next single I'm gonna release probably April 1st. So within the next month.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I've got two more singles and then I'll release the album with the third single. So
Okay, okay. So when will the album be coming out?
So the album, let me just double check my calendar here. So I'm waiting to hear back about a showcase overseas. If that happens, I'll probably drop the album on like May 6th or May 13th. So I would say sometime in May.
Okay, okay. Uh-oh. See.
I gotta go to England.
Go- yes, yes, yes. Yes, you gotta go over there. You have to go over there. It's beautiful.
Well, actually, on that note, you will love this. So I did the album with a Welsh producer, and
Mm-hmm.
he's over in Wales right now. He was
Wow.
nominated for a Grammy. He wrote on John Legend's Christmas album. He's an artist, also a
Mm.
producer, and he's an amazing songwriter. So he actually, we have 9 songs on the album. He's produced them all, and he's like,
Wow.
yeah, he's amazing. So he wrote the Christmas song on John Legend's album with Amy Wadge, who's a Welsh
Mm-hmm.
singer-songwriter that wrote Thinking Out Loud for Ed Sheeran, and they write for Camila Cabello, and they're like
Mm.
next level. And they're really hardworking, genuine Welsh
Mm-hmm.
people. And I don't know Amy yet, but Dan's a good friend of hers, and he's just been wonderful to produce my album. And then I've got
Look at that.
I should mention my friend Nick Fowler. He's a EDM artist, FWLR. He's mastering the whole
Mm-hmm.
album and kind of helps me put the finishing touches. And he's um
Okay.
he's incredible. He's on Monster Cat on Marshmallow's label, or like the same
Okay.
company that, yeah. And he's just in a small little town in New Brunswick, Canada, too, hiding away in his little office.
Wow.
Yeah, on his Discord,
Wow.
building cars.
Well, tell him he gonna get you. He gonna get you. He gonna see this. He gonna be
I know.
like, oh really?
Oh, and he's like,
Oh,
it's funny though. It's like I traveled the world and I met some producers in LA. I met some great ones in Toronto, but like, these two guys are two of the best, genuine people, talented. So I'm
mhm.
excited to have them. Kind of, yeah. They both kind of. Dan produced it, Nick's mastered it all, and yeah. Finally,
Wow.
it's been a while for me to get this project done. So
Well, listen. Even though it's been a while, it's gonna come. It's coming, and it's gonna take over. So it's coming. It's coming. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. Wow. So thank you for shouting them out. Definitely shout them out because they are a key intricate part into your album, and they
yeah.
have done a lot. So shout out to you because for them to find you and you to network. See, like I always tell people, networking is always the key. And boom, they believed in you and you believed in them. So yes, definitely shout out. So tell everybody where they can find you at on social media or Instagram and websites.
Okay, so it's a really confusing spelling. It's Gaelic, but my name is Apryll, Apryll. So I always say April with a Y and 2 L's, Aileen, Aileen. It's Apryll Aileen on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, and then aprylaileen.com. I have a newsletter. Send me a message on any of the platforms as well. Apryll Aileen, Apryll Aileen, Aileen on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, basically everywhere that you can find anything. It's Apryll Aileen. And then aprylaileen.com, of course. So
Right. Wow. You know what's funny? That is the first time that I ever heard someone, especially an artist, say, yeah, you can find me on Twitch, because I am now on Twitch too. And I always thought that Twitch was like gamer, but they got a lot of things on there. And it's just not for being a gamer. Like they got podcasters on there, they got artists on there. And I'm sitting back, I'm like, dude, why nobody didn't say this a long time ago? So I just got on Twitch, so I'm going to follow you on Twitch.
Yeah, and I noticed you talk about giving flowers. I'm on Clubhouse too. A lot of my Clubhouse people talk about that. I don't know if you're on there.
Wow, you know what? I'm going to have to get on there too. See, all these social media platforms, I'm going to have to get on there too. So, yeah.
There's
you
so
said
many.
Clubhouse, right? Yeah, I mean, it's like, where do you stop at? Like, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. I mean, Clubhouse. Like, I didn't even know nothing about Clubhouse. Thank you.
You should check it out. I would say, like, for me, the ones that I'm the most active on, like, I love Instagram. I'm doing a remake of my TikTok, and I'll probably be more active on there. But then I'd say YouTube is probably the other one that I'm really building to get to the thousands so that I can monetize. And I'll probably always because I love the film industry and I've hosted before, so I'll probably eventually have more like video content, just interviewing and stuff like that on there. But right now I'm focusing on all the music and the music videos and behind the scenes and songwriting process and traveling.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. The YouTube thing is phenomenal. However, it is so hard just to get subscribers, just to subscribe to your channel. Even people who's watching, it's just like, dude, just hit the subscribe. The same way you hit the like button, it's the same way that you can hit the subscribe button.
I know.
And that's one of the hardest things. I'm telling you, that's one of the hardest things. I think it took me about a year or so just to get 1,000 people, and that was me just flooding it, like content after content. So I would say that is like one of the hardest things. Like, they quick to hit the follow button on Instagram, but YouTube, but you be on YouTube a lot. So like, I don't be understanding, but that's one thing that I'm gonna have to struggle. So I'm gonna follow you on YouTube. Don't worry about it. I'll be one of your subscribers on YouTube.
Well, and I will definitely subscribe back. And the other thing too, I just released a music video for this song, Wasted on Your Love. I had to learn how to dance for this video. It's kind of funny. But but I had a dance choreographed. I mean, I tried to learn it in a week to the best of my ability, but the girls are like professional dancers. They're amazing. They're all in St. John, New Brunswick. And but I will definitely make sure I'm subscribed to you if I'm not already. And then, I'll leave you some comments.
Yeah. Listen, we got to build together. So that's the object of building together, to build everybody platform to where it needs to be. And why not? So like I said, you family, so I'm definitely going to subscribe to you. As soon as we get off of here, I'm going to send you a message in your DM. Ain't that crazy? Send a message through a DM. Direct messenger. So we'll send you a message, and right.
That's what I might write a song about you.
No problem. Send a straight direction to the DM. OT's DM. So I'm definitely going to do that, and we would definitely talk. Thank you again. Thank you. I appreciate you, April, for joining your boy here on the show on this nice, beautiful, Tuesday. I appreciate you so much.
Where is it? Monday. Where is it? Which day is
Monday.
it? I don't
even. Is it Monday or Tuesday? Wow, Monday. It is Monday. Wow, this is this shows you how much work we do, right? So today is Monday, right? Today is Monday. Listen, this is how you know we work. Everyone, this is what you call work here. Work when you forget the days. That is definitely work. Hold up. Uh-oh. What are you bringing? What are you bringing over? Ah, yes. The Secret Pause of Time. Yes,
Yeah.
hold that book up, hold that book up. I'm writing. Uh-huh. Okay, there goes the author. Yes, there it is. Okay, got it.
So this is a really good book I'm reading, and it kind of talks about sort of humans' concept of time. And I was hoping
Really?
that it would help me with time management, which is probably my weakest personality trait. And
Hmm.
yeah, so far so good. I just started reading it, and you might want to check it out because I mean, days are just days with their letters and
Yeah.
symbols. It's an interesting system.
Yes,
And
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, like they said, time waits for no one. And there's one thing that you will never ever beat is time. So you can try your best, but you can't beat time. So thank you
I'll
for
tell you a funny
spending a little bit
story.
of time. Talk to
Yeah,
me.
well, well, and a funny story. So, like, I'm one of those notorious artists that's always running a little bit late. And when
Uh-huh.
I was living in Venice Beach, I love Venice Beach, California. That's like my second home. And my friends would
Mhm.
always laugh because they'd be like, "Okay, meet us on the pier for sunset." And I
Uh-huh.
kid you not, like, I would always be like 5 to 12 minutes late. And by the time I got there, the sun had already gone down or was just like already at the like half the ball underneath the horizon. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
damn it. And to the point, I actually wrote a song about it, how like the sun doesn't wait for anybody. Like when she's going, she's going. And it was kind of
Right,
this
right.
where, I had to like really become humble and realize that, time it's happening at this exact moment. And like you
Yeah.
have maybe 8 minutes of a window when the sun's going down and you miss that and
Yes.
like, it's done. So I'm
I
like
mean
the
something
sun,
funny, right?
yeah, yeah.
That is truly funny. I gotta tell you something funny on that. So I'll tell you this. So I would tell you if I ask you to go somewhere, and I know that you always be like a little bit of 5 to 10 minutes late. So saying I'm like, okay, I need to see you at 6 o'clock. No, I would change it and be like, hey, I need to see you like 5:45. So I know
Okay.
that around 6 o'clock you'll get here. So, so it won't never disappoint me because I'm like, okay, 6 o'clock she'll be here. And then here you come like, hey, I'm sorry I'm late. And I'll be looking at you like, oh, no problem, no worry about it. In actuality, you wasn't late. You were actually on time. So tell your friends, next time, the sunset arises, tell them, always tell you about 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes earlier.
One of
And
my
you'll get there on time.
one of my really good friends, Kristen, it's really funny. She ever since we were in like college together, I've
Mhm.
gotten better, but I used to be like an hour behind schedule. So she'd always tell me like, yeah, we need to leave at 2. And really we were gonna leave at 3. So it was
Right.
it was so bad. And then I'd be like running and like rushing. I'd show up at like 2:45 and she'd be like, perfect, we're leaving at 3. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm late. Ah. And then she's like, no, no, we're good. I got you. I was just like, you're such you're bad. Like, you're such a bugger. Yeah. And I have to
Oh,
straight up, I have to tell people, and my parents are so punctual. Like my dad's ex-military. They're just like, how did we give birth to you? How did we raise you? We don't
right.
understand what happened. I'm like, neither
Uh-huh.
do I. But, okay. Yeah. And I have to like when people hang out and they're just getting to know me, I'm like, okay, what time do you want to leave to be at this place? And what time would you like to be at the place for? So like you have
Right.
to if you tell me, oh, like around dinner time, I'm gonna be freaking out at 5, being like, is it 6? Is it 5:30? Is it
Right.
5:40?
Right.
Like, and then I'm like, and if I say ish, and if you say 5-ish, please always realize it's gonna be after 5:15. It's never gonna be 4:45. It's just never gonna work on the earlier side of the ish, okay? So the ish is gonna be after said number value. Just letting you know.
Oh, wow. Now I know. Now I know. I know. Wow. Well, listen, Miss April, thank you again for joining us here on the show. Much love to you. Keep doing your thing. You are now officially a family of the OT Radio Show, so we definitely appreciate you so much. So make sure you tell everybody where to follow you at one more time.
Okay, well, I am on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all those great sites at Apryll Aileen. So it's Apryll, Aileen with an Aileen, and also aprilaileen.com. Again, it's April with a Y and two L's, Aileen with an A. You can find me everywhere.
There it is. There it is. Once again, we had singer-songwriter Miss Apryll Aileen joining us here on the show with your boy OT on this beautiful Monday. We appreciate you. We love you. You keep doing your thing, and we will see you back here very, very soon. So keep
Awesome.
doing your thing. And once again, we appreciate you so much. Thank you again for joining us here on the show.
Thanks, OT. Sending
No problem.
lots of blessings from Atlantic Canada all the way to Philly. Can't wait to see you again.
Yes. Yes, man. Well, we will talk to you later here on the Appreciate you. Wow, good show, everybody. We appreciate her so much. Her energy off the chain, yo. We love her energy, and these are the kind of interviews that we love to do when the energy is there. Everyone is having fun. So we appreciate y'all for joining us here on the show. We love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check her out on Apryll Aileen on all of the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Remember, it's APRYLL. Remember that. Okay? Remember the two L's. Remember, the Y, not the I. Remember that. Yeah, Aileen. AILEEN. Make sure y'all remember that too. Okay? Well, listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all next week because we're not doing a show for the rest of this week. We are actually going up to Lake George. Hopefully, snowmobiles. If it don't happen, then hey, it is what it is. Don't happen. But hey, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all back. Make sure you check out our Instagram, our Twitter, our Twitch, everything. We on everything. So we make sure y'all check us out. So peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching your boy here on the show. Peace, y'all.